call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Georgia's offense will start this game off with the football. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer obviously in the booth was pretty solid too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100.
Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it inside the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have its first possession of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. Two guys we know are going to play at the next level, but I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Looking to throw, it's King. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Spins away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. To the ground with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to him on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Across the 25, he's got room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Now the pitch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw, it's King. Fires to the tight end. Still running at the... He smashes his way through again. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Slides away. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises, the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
And the Yellow Jackets are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Looking for a crease. It's for Craig. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rusher. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
He's going to let it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Patterson. Oh, he's got some space. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Now the play fake. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Back to pass. It's King. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground that didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his tight end. At midfield, he's got room. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Belt. Just what they've hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
The Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out from the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the ball slipped out. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun. Give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Caught behind the line. It's Max. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. First play of the drive, it's the end around. Oh, that did not go as planned, except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Quarterback may change this route. To throw, it's Stockton. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He rifles one deep down the middle. Makes the grab on the shot. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's King. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. And the returner is stopped. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the bite into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they own this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Alexander. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense...
It's picked off, and another empty drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll pull it on the read. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Quarterback running on the draw. Gets headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking downfield, it's King. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rutherford. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You see offenses doing this a lot now. When you got a scrambling quarterback, get him outside the pocket. Run a bootleg to the left where he has the option. What can he do? Pick him up, put him down, and go get some yardage, or he can throw it down the field to try to make it even bigger.
The Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Fouls through the defense. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got a man, it's Rutherford. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. It's King. Pocket breaking down. Got it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down.
Makes the grab. He'll be pushed out of bounds, not even close to the goal line on 4th down, and they'll have to give up the football. The Dogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. There he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. And the Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.